Ciao ragazzi, that's a good feeling, man. That is a good feeling. You want to know why? Well, you want to know why? Because there were points in that game. There were points in that game where I thought we're going to do what we have done all season long, and that is let an undeserved result become a deserved result right on a whistle. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So forgive me. This is what I look like when I wake up, man. It's been a morning where I genuinely wanted to sleep through a little bit of that game. But 7 a.m., mate, 7 a.m. is my 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. for a lot of people. I can't wake up at 7 a.m. I feel dirty. And I'm talking like that's late. That's way too late to wake up. So pacing around the living room, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm just saying to myself, nah, go back and lie down. Go back and lie down. Try to ignore this match. But I couldn't. So I started watching it on my phone. And when I see that goal from Lautaro, I think, wow, he's got to be back, because it's not just the goals that he's scored. It's the quality of the goals that he has scored. The beast is starting to wake up. And as always with Lautaro, all can be forgiven. If all is well, that ends well. Let's go to the chat for a little bit, and then we're going to spend a little bit of time celebrating. I love school holidays. I know everybody at Inter Worldwide loves the Aussie version of school holidays because we get to spend a lot more time together. Let's go to it. Who's in the house tonight? I'm sure there's a lot more people watching Uncle Sharma. So if he's live, big shout out to Uncle Sharma and his community. But we've got 30. We've got 30 on Inter Worldwide right now. So big up. Good morning. Buongiorno. Buonasera. Buonanotte. Wherever you are and whatever time it is. Summer. Wow. The Champions League always brings out the oys. Jono's here. I know Jono's here. I haven't even gotten to the comments yet, scrolling down yet. There he is, 100%. Nothing brings the OG crew together like a Champions League victory, this time in an Aussie time. I absolutely love it. What's up, Mattia? Thanks for coming by, our resident moderator, our brother Tim. At least we got the win driving to school. But oh, listen, man, you Queenslanders, I've always told everyone Queenslanders can't tell the time, and the school calendar is no different. Unbelievable. This is our 5th 1-0 Champions League game in a row. 4 wins and 1 Dimone became prime Allegri in the Champions League. It does feel a little bit that way, but we still don't play that terrorism brand of football. We're always going to dominate patches of matches. That's pretty cool. We're always going to dominate patches of matches and periods of play. Like today should have been 3. Today should have been 3. We missed some absolute sitters today. Absolute sitters. Like the video, subscribe if you are new. Please make sure you subscribe if you are new. Darian's in the house. Good to see you, bro. I hope everything's well with you and your family. Another one from the beginning. Yes, nice little hip hop beat instead of a breaky one this time. So why do you want to rant? We're through to the next round, but nah, don't worry. I'll rant a little bit. I'll rant a little bit because I was fucking itching towards the end of that match, man. 75th minute onwards, I was just getting up, living room settings, and I'm like, come on, man. I hate going through this. We go through this all the time. All the time. The worst ever was under Spalletti. The worst ever. The last 20 minutes of football under Spalletti, I wish I had those minutes back in my life so I could just walk away from matches. I will never, ever want to be in the final 20 minutes of the Spalletti era ever again in matches, ever again. What in the Allegri is going on with us in the UCL? Yeah, look, there are no easy away games in the Champions League. I'm not going to say there are no easy games in the Champions League because, to be honest, a lot of the time there are easier games in the Champions League than there are in domestic leagues. It's a lot easier sometimes to welcome a team like Sparta Praha or Young Boys or Dynamo Kiev to your gaff, to your backyard, whatever you call it, and then you end up rinsing them because they've had to take a flight and they're coming to some place like the Miazza. You're going to absolutely rinse them. You know what's harder than facing a Champions League side at home? Going to Lecce away, going to Sardinia away, going to Empoli away. These things are tough, and the Italian league continues to be the toughest league on the planet, technically, I believe. We've got 54 people on Interworldwide right now, 54. So if you are here, like the video, please do it right now for me. I don't do those things where I put the polls up in the comments. I should probably do that, but like the video, subscribe if you are new. Yes, big up all the gang. Jono is here. Yes, Adam says, even though we won, you're not happy with the performance. I don't think anybody is too happy with the performance, but I'm not unhappy with Inzaghi. I'm not unhappy with the game plan. I'm not unhappy with the substitutions. I'm unhappy with the players, and I'm unhappy with the executions. I think that the players, you can see fatigue in them. Like Barella, when Barella has a game like that, when he's off from the first minute, you have to attribute it to fatigue, both mental and physical. And that's not an excuse I'm making for his poor performance. He had a poor performance. Barella was very bad tonight. In terms of Barella standards tonight, he had a 2 out of 10. Realistically, he probably had a 5 out of 10. But in my standards, in my book, Barella gets a 2 out of 10 for his performance tonight. Rightfully dragged off in the 61st minute for Fratesi, who straight away added more quality in that role than a fatigued Barella. There is light at the end of this Fratesi tunnel. There's a reason why we didn't do streams every 2 days or make videos about the Fratesi thing, because there is light at the end of this tunnel. Fratesi can be a substitute for Barella's minutes, but you don't substitute the best players in the world in their positions. This ain't your average guy that Nico is. I'm not trying to compare him to, I'm not even going to say their names because people will troll me. I know who would. But I'm not trying to compare them to the greatest of all time in their era. But you don't bench these players if they're fit. If these players walk up to you as a manager and go, "Nah, boss, I'm fine," and the physical tests and the doctor's reports and the medical reports come back and go, "There's nothing wrong with the guy. If he feels good, he feels good." You play him. You play Nico Barella every single game. And I'm glad Inzaghi did tonight. I'm really glad that Inzaghi played Barella here tonight because it was needed. It was needed big time. And the fact that he got dragged in the 61st, 62nd minute means he got 30 minutes extra to rest, because I guarantee you it'll be a 50-50 shot between him and Fratesi, Lecce-wise. Fitness-wise, Barella still probably got it over him, to be honest. Barella will recover, and yeah, it is what it is. Uncle Sharma's in the house. I'm going to drag the comments all the way down to him. You're not live, brother. If you're not, that would explain why I've got over 50 people here. Thank you so much. It's good to see you, man. Are you going live after this? We'll make sure that everyone gets redirected properly there. 1-0 in 5 UCL games. We are Allegri FC, this competition. That seems to be the theme in the entire chat, bro. In the entire chat. But yeah, next round, we are here. We still need to tie Monaco at home. Yes, we do need to tie Monaco at home, Eduardo, but that is assuming that every single result around our bracket of points goes against us. And that's why I'm going to bring up the table soon and the fixtures so that we can see that not only can we still go through to the top 8 by tying, we can still go through in the top 8 by losing, provided every other result doesn't go against us and certain goals aren't scored. If there was such thing as a 99.9%, this is it. I've never had a 99.9% anything in my life. There's no such thing as 100% until the maths make sense. But if the maths doesn't make sense, which, as we're saying today, the maths still does not make sense. I know the thumbnail, the title, the energy might suggest so. But no, we are not 100% guaranteed top 8 from here. So if we were to flop it, we will do a reverse of this stream and make fun of me. But not only do we only need to not lose, we just need to not lose heavy and hope that every other game in the bracket doesn't go our way. Now, this is exciting as well. I actually haven't seen the score lines after minute 75. I was only watching the Inter game. I had tunnel vision because I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at all, and I was getting antsy, and people were bugging in the chats, and I was just like, no, I can't do this. So I'm about to check the scoreline soon. I like doing this sort of stuff, all this sort of impromptu stuff. So yeah, basically 1 point away from qualification. But yeah, make sure you like the video, everybody. Mighty Mo's in the house. Good luck to us against Monaco. If we play like this again, Monaco's been playing very well. We won't play like this again, and we'll have the San Siro on our side. Salem from Saudi. Salam alaikum, brother. Make sure you subscribe for more content. Much love that you're here. Take the win, everyone. Don't worry about the game. Still not an easy travel. Like I said, no easy travels in the Champions League. No easy travels. You win your home games. You don't lose your away games. And that is how you survive. That's how you go through. Nice win, easy and calm. Awful pitch today. I agree. I was watching the pitch and I'm like, damn, that's a third world looking pitch. What's going on, my boy Sergio? Adam, we have a problem with finishing in the Champions League. We can't score. I think it's just that little bit of extra anxiety, man. But I'm glad that we've got the win. We're going to have to be much better going forward in Europe from here. Much better. Much, much better. There have been some group stage games where we have been absolutely shit. Absolutely shit. The Arsenal game, we were decent, but we weren't great. The Young Boys game was the game that we were probably disappointed in the most, but got the 3 points in. Red Star was a formality. And that's all I can really remember. It was, Salzburg as well. Salzburg was quite similar to this sort of game, wasn't it? I don't remember dominating the Salzburg game. 3 Serie A teams in the top 8 right now. So I'm assuming Milan hung on for 3 points today. That's actually fantastic. Big up the air conditioner. And it's the only time I'll big up them is in situations like this, when in a table of 32 teams or 36 teams, whatever the disgusting format is now, for them to get into the top 8, I'm guessing Atalanta as well. I'll look at them and go, yeah, well done. Let's walk through the front door together with us slightly in front. Big up Massimo. Big up Nick Snog. Sorry, I'm just getting through these because once I start talking, I don't want to have to go backwards too much as well. Oh, yeah, man. City lost. That's right. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. I remember Madrid were cracking it. Absolutely cracking it in their game. All right, here we go. Madrid 5 ended 5-1, did it? All right, cool. All 3 forwards. Well, if you're a betting man and you got that wrong today, imagine you put Bellingham down. You would be spewing. Out of the 4 options of guaranteed goal scorers for Los Blancos, if you picked Bellingham, you are spewing. Look at the timing of these goals. 23, 34, 48, 55, 77. Just dominance over the entire period of the match. Salzburg get a consolation 1 back. 3-0 for Arsenal. Jasmine Rice, Basmati Rice, Hella Rice, 2nd minute. Kai Havertz, Odegaard wraps it up as well. Zagreb, I think, have had a pretty piss-poor campaign. as you'd expect. Celtic wins with a red card. Man, even being a man down, you can still beat young boys. Maeda, hothead, bro. Typical hothead. Our own goal as well, and that's what will explain the red card. This game wouldn't have been a bad one to watch, despite the fact that both teams are pretty piss poor. Wouldn't have been a bad one to watch at all. Bro. This Pep Guardiola downfall is... I think I'm actually starting to feel sorry for the guy. Divorce is awful, don't get me wrong, but it happens. It happens. I can't feel more sorry for you than I feel sorry for anybody else I know who's been divorced. You'll survive. But this Man City downfall is horrific. And the way that they've spent in this market is disrespectful, to be honest. I know that they're allowed to do it. They're just making up for lost time because they haven't spent as much in the last 2 years as they usually have. But this winter market that they've splashed cash in is ridiculous. I'm not even going to go into the names. Everyone should know them. If not, just look them up yourself. I don't want to talk about Man City for long. But this game, they were up 2-0. And the last time I checked, it was 2-2. Neves and Gonzalo Ramos. Pep Guardiola. I can't wait to look at the table. I'm convinced now that they're going out. I am convinced that they are going out. That's crazy. What a bottle job. What a bottle job. Feyenoord beat Bayern 3-0. The world of football has changed. It has definitely changed. Jimenez, man, what a beast. 30 shots to 8. What the is this game? Oi, what is this game? Did anyone catch any of this game? These sort of games don't come along very often. These sort of games don't come along very often. Wow. I think that might be the first game that I actually watched back as a replay today. That's bizarre. 80% possession. Quadruple the amount of passes. 13 corners to 1. That game will need to be studied later on, for sure. Milan beats Girona with a Rafa Leao goal, a goal for the rapper. Well done for Milan, man. They deserve to qualify. I think they lost their first game and drew their second. They didn't get many points from their first couple of games, so they had to come back there. Shakhtar Donetsk got 3 points. I don't know where they are in the standings. And I think that's pretty much it. Do we really need to look at the other games? Which ones were they? Monaco with Aston Villa. Good result. Did anyone catch that Barcelona Benfica? Far out, 9. Benfica played Juve in the next game, right? Yeah, watch this space on that one. I have a good feeling that Benfica is going to come around to do us a solid favor because they're not a fan of Juve either. Leipzig beat Sporting as well. All right, let's have a look at the table. That's really what we're interested in today because it looks like we can start to do it, guys. We can actually start to map it out. We've still got 50 people here. Let's go to the comments. Thuram should have been subbed today instead of Lautaro. He was off today. He was a little bit off today. I'll put my dislike for Milan aside to see respect for Serie A and to shit on the Prem. Yeah, look, I know that Milan can't go the distance in this competition, but it would have been nice to have them still have more games. So for them to qualify in the top 24 would have been better. For Juve to qualify in the top 24 would be ideal because they will drop points in Serie A if they have more fixtures. City was up 2-0 as well. Wow. Yes, big bottle job. Big one indeed. Only thing I wish is if Pep downfall happened in the final against us, that would have been lovely. Well, let's hope Ancelotti or Slot downfall in the final against us this year. We all remember the last time Benfica played Juve. Oh, yeah, I do. I definitely do. All right, the table. As stood, Liverpool on 21 points. What a campaign. What a campaign. 7 wins. You know, if they got 100% 8 for 8, there was only a few campaigns I knew growing up that went 6 for 6, 18 points. I think Bayern might have done it once. Barca might have done it once. Maybe Manchester United. I don't remember Manchester United ever getting 18 points, even in their heyday. I don't remember Milan. Italian sides don't get 18 out of 18 in the Champions League ever. Yeah, in the modern format of the UEFA Champions League that I knew, which started with basic group stage format around about the 1998 mark, 99 mark. I don't remember anyone blitzing their group stages 100%, besides Bayern, maybe Barca once. But I'm probably wrong on that. Liverpool, if they can go 8 for 8, 15 goals scored, 2 goals conceded, and they get a win and increase that by +1 or more, it will be considered the greatest European campaign of all time in a group stage format. It will be considered the best group stage campaign of all time. 8 for 8, 24 for 24 points with a goal difference like that. It will be considered the best group stage performance of all time. No holds barred. And I hate Liverpool. Hate them a lot. Also hate Barcelona. Really don't like Barcelona, but their comeback, their remontada against Benfica, far out Benfica. Always finding new ways to embarrass themselves as well. They've had a really good campaign. They've had a very good campaign, actually. So 18 points for them. That puts them qualified into the next round. They're the only two teams with 100% qualification. Yo, Cartello, what's up, man? We just keep trucking in this season. Yeah, I actually think this is one of the most important wins of the season. Yeah, absolutely. I would have to agree with you there. Thanks for coming by, bro. I hope you're well. Blessed to you and your family. I know you're busy, but always good to see you taking the time to send a comment. Thanks for coming by. Arsenal, because it goes by goal difference, right? Can someone update me on the format a little bit? Like, let's say we're tied on points with Arsenal at the moment. Obviously, their goal difference has them ahead of us, but we beat them 1-0. So there can't be a head-to-head format in this tournament because you don't play teams twice fairly. So the standings has to go on goal difference, right? Well, if we're looking at it that way, we're very, very, very close to being safe. Our goal difference could be better, but we are very, very bloody close to being safe. And in the next round, we would really need, yes. I understand that it would take something absolutely inferiorly, impossibly disgusting for us to not qualify from here. So 16 for us and Arsenal, 15 for Atletico and Milan, 14 for Atalanta, and then the big crop of 13 start with Leverkusen, Villa, Monaco, Feyenoord, Lille, Brest, and we'll stop it there for now because there's a huge amount on 12 and 11 as well. I wonder if I can find a prediction bracket. I'm sure I can. Cool. Let's play a game, gang. I love this sort of stuff. We'll predict some results for the next match day, being ultra pessimistic and conservative. I'm talking like Mattia level conservative. Like, we've already lost to Monaco, so we might as well go straight to that game there and just give Mattia exactly what he wants. So imagine this happened. Oh man, I love holidays. All right. God, Bayern suck, but this is the sort of game where you just see them doing something stupid like this. 6-0. Dortmund, I think they just sacked Nuri Sahin as their manager. So maybe they'll go on a bit of a manager bounce. They're the sort of club that they should get a bit of a manager bounce at home to a team where they should beat. So we'll go 3-1 over Shakhtar. Barcelona, Atalanta, what a great game in the next match day. And this is what I mean, guys. Right there. We have a direct head-to-head clash. Oh, wait, but Barcelona is slightly ahead of us. Still, Atalanta right there needs 3 points against Barcelona, or you can take them firmly out of the equation of taking over us. That's fantastic. I did not realize that they were playing Barcelona at the Camp Nou. I know Barcelona are already qualified. We're going to be ultra conservative though, and we'll go with a 2-1 win to Atalanta, even though I don't think that's going to happen. City, So where are they in the table now? We didn't even get them. That's fucked, mate. Excuse my language. That is absolute peak. That's balls. That is balls, mate. You. Oh my days. That is horrible. That is horrible. 25th. 8 points in 7 games. 8 points in 7 games. So they can't qualify for the top 8. At this stage, they need results to also go their way, or else they're in danger of not qualifying at all. They're going to drop out. They might throw this, to be honest. They might throw this. I swear to God, they might throw this. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you throw it at this point and just go, nah, just focus on the Premier League? Only if we lose Agents Monaco on for only if we lose Agents Monaco on for defensive goals and Feyenoord win 3 goals and Aston Villa win 2 goals difference. I know what you're trying to say, my Don. Thank you so much. We're going to get to that point in a second. Thank you very much for starting to point that out. He's already started to do the maths for me. Share this tab instead. All right. We're going to go with just a 2-1 win. It looks shitty against Bruges because Bruges aren't there. Oh, the Bruges just tied with Juve, though, didn't they? We'll give them the win, though. Leverkusen against Sparta Prague will go 3-0. Leverkusen, they'll do a job that we can't. Juve, Benfica. Juve will enjoy the fact that Benfica have more balls than your average Serie A side, so they'll give them more space to open up. Charles Kresh from Albania. It's good to see you here, bro. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I really appreciate it. Oh, trust me, Fusion. I know that we're going to go for it. We're definitely going to go for it, but you know us. We're just doing the ultra pessimistic thing in the world, just in case we lose 1-0 to Monaco. Is there a way that we still qualify in the top 8, even if we lose and everything goes against us? We'll see. Everyone ties against Juve. Yeah, you know what? That's pretty much a lock for me as well. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go 1-1. Juve, Benfica. Zagreb will make life difficult for Milan, but I think Milan will just get over the line with a cagey win. Lille and Feyenoord. What's Lille standing at the moment? 12th. They're both neck and neck, 13 points each. And this, ladies and gentlemen, represents our second biggest plus of the stream. First plus is Atalanta having to go to the Camp Nou. I'm glad we did this stream. I was tossing up whether or not to do it. And the second one is Feyenoord and Lille, which you can see right there, are 11th and 12th on 13 points each. So with Atalanta having to get 3 points at the Camp Nou and one of, if not both of these teams having to drop points, being Feyenoord or Lille, that brings our second big dot point as to why we're pretty much I wouldn't even say 95, Don. I'd say we're 99% of the way there. 99% of the way there. Next, Lille. So Lille and Feyenoord. It's a shot in the dark, really. I'm going to go with 1-1. I'm just going to give them a point each. But actually, no, because that doesn't make sense, because that means, no, we'll go with 1-0 Feyenoord. PSV and Liverpool to PSV, they have had a decent campaign, haven't they? No, not so decent. 11 points. There you go. So they need to win. They've had a good season in Holland. Are they still first in the Eredivisie? Yeah. I haven't checked the table in at least like 3 weeks now. Yep, they're still first in the Eredivisie. Yeah. By a point over Ajax. Liverpool, but you know what? I think they're going to be galvanized by the idea of being flawless in this campaign, being absolutely perfect in this campaign. So I'm going to go for it. Salzburg versus Atletico. Who needs it more? Oh, damn. Salzburg are like way out of action. Way out of action. I knew Atletico were close by, but I completely forgot that they were on 15, actually. Yeah, I think Atletico is going to win that game. I don't think Salzburg's going to put up much of a fight, to be honest. Sporting against Bologna. Hey, what about Bologna's comeback against Dortmund? Despite the fact that, it's impossible for them to go through to the next round. I think that they might be, just happy to be there. So it could be they'll probably put up a good fight against a Sporting side, but a Sporting side that still needs something. So in that case, I'm going to say Sporting actually get the job done and win 2-1. Although Sporting are pretty poor this season, I'm going to give Bologna the benefit of the doubt. 2-2. Young Boys and Red Star, 2 shit campaigns. Let's give Mattia the benefit of the doubt there. Villa up against Celtic. What does Celtic need? Celtic on 12 points at the moment. They could really use a point. Villa, on the other hand, are on 13. I think they'll make life very tough for them. But we have to be conservative and say that Aston Villa are going to win that game. Girona against Arsenal. Yeah, Girona have thrown in the towel. I think Arsenal will get the job done. We'll just go with the sneaky 1-0. Brest and Madrid. Madrid, they needed to win today. And not only did they win, they won really, really big to boost their goal difference back into a positive of 5. And they're 2 on the bounce in the Champions League. So I think that they're going to win the next one. And knowing Madrid well, they'll be telling themselves that 15 points and 3 points gets them into the top 8 and makes up for everything. So looking at the way their goal scorers played today, we're going to go for a repeat performance like of that. 3-0 away. Sturm and Leipzig. Leipzig, I think, was still in with a chance. No. Geez, 3 points. What a horrible campaign. What a horrible campaign. What a horrible game this is in general. Absolute dud form game. And Stuttgart against Paris. What a comeback from Paris today. They really needed those points as well at the expense of City. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for a PSG away win here. Narrow one, not too big. All right, and then let's calculate. So if this was the worst case scenario, we would still end up out of the top 8. Wow, there is still a chance for us to end up out. Still a chance for us to end up out if everything goes against us in every single way. I'm going to take this off the screen now because it's going to start giving people some horrible thoughts on a day where we basically sealed qualification to the next round. But what I do want to look at again is the real table so we can start the little banter thing. Oh man, he's the man. But anyway, we go straight to the table to look at some laughable moments. Manchester City, what a campaign. What a campaign. I never thought that they'd spend this long. Spend this long into a regression this season. I thought it would have turned around by now. You would have seen January De Bruyne and New Year's Haaland. But, it still could. They still could turn it around. They've still got a very, very deep squad, but they're not going to qualify for the next round of this Champions League if just a couple of results don't go their way. Like the odds of them going through to the knockout phases, which almost can be forgiven and you can restart again because you'd still fancy them over 2 legs over anybody. I'm thinking of potential opponents now that we can come up against a little bit deeper in the competition. No, we're not safe yet. That's why you got to say it's all but sealed. All but sealed. Couple of other big teams that can still miss out from here. Paris can still miss out, but they won't. Benfica can still miss out, but they won't. And that's pretty much it. Anybody on 11 or 12 is still pretty much safe. Some decent qualifiers. If Stuttgart can get through, that's a great achievement. I know their fans come out to play big time, even on away trips. Bruges, however you say it, if they go through to the next round, who are they playing? They'll be up for it. Oh, they play City. They'll be up for it, man. They'll be up for it. You never know. A point for Bruges. Bruges gets them through to the next round, literally at the expense of Man City. And it takes them out of the equation, meaning it helps 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, wow, where's that meme of the guy like with the shield taking all the arrows for everybody else? That's what Bruges could be in this situation. PSV are expected to be in the 24 this season with the way that they've been playing in the Eredivisie. Celtic, you got to expect that they have to contest to get there. They've done pretty well to have the 12 points and they're through to the next round. Juve, I think it's still disappointing that they didn't make a proper charge at the top 8. They can still get there, don't get me wrong, but they're going to have to win, obviously. You know, they were already safe in the round of 24 anyway before yesterday. So the reason for not attacking the game, but that's a conversation for another time. I don't want to rag on them all the time and seem biased. Madrid and bro, this Bayern campaign is awful. This Bayern Champions League campaign is absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. Embarrassing. Dortmund as well won't be very impressed with only collecting 12 points from 7 games. They're 10th in the Bundesliga. What a shit season for Dortmund. They'll still have their home crowd on their side, though, in the next Champions League game. So you have to expect that they get that win against Shakhtar. Yeah. Brest, well done. I didn't expect them to go through because what are they in? They're 9th in Liga N. 9th. You've got the 8th team in the Premier League sitting around 9th. I expected Feyenoord to be around there as well. And well done to Atalanta and Air Conditioner as well, you know, to be around there and guarantee yourselves qualification early and put yourselves in a prime position to get into this top 8. It's a very hard thing to do, man. You know, like that's why we're right here at match day 8 coming up. We've had such a good track record and we can still slip out of it. It's such a hard thing to do to get into the top 8 of this tournament. And yeah, it's absolute peak if we do get there. I'll be very happy if we do. Very, very happy if we do. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, actually. Unless anyone wanted to speak about anything else. What we might do is we might look at a little bit of Serie A before we go. Just have a little look at the match day ahead because I know that we've got a pretty full match day coming up. 22, I believe, or 21? 22. Yeah. So if we look ahead at the next match day, okay, 22. Torino is at home. Yeah, this is a good thing to point out. This is a good thing to point out just before we go into the Serie A talk. And this is the given. This is like an absolute given. Top 8 is a must for our title charge because Conte already has half the games we have. If we were to add another 2 games, then you'd start hearing me turn into a doom and gloom brother again. I would come here and say, like, that is detrimental to the title charge. Detrimental. Not even a hurdle. Like, it will smack us down. It's like the Thunderbolt or like the Bowser shell in Mario Kart. Like, you're done. You can go from up here to down there in the space of anything. You add 2 games in that congestion fixture around about that February period. That would be phenomenally horrible. Horrible. Which is why I think it would be really cool if Juve didn't qualify for the top 8 because that would really jeopardize their top 4 qualification, which is why I'm a little unhappy that Milan still might qualify for the top 8 because that does not jeopardize their top 4 qualification. City can still qualify and we can still be out of the top 8. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that the match day can still flip like that. But I'm confident. I'm starting to get confident as well that Inter will put in a good showing against Monaco. We'll know that nothing is safe yet. We still play a game against Fiorentina on those days. Yeah, which is exactly why we can't add any more games, man. Exactly why. Torino up against Cagliari, Como play against Atalanta, Napoli play Juventus in the match of the match day. What do you guys want? Obviously, we're cheering for a Juve. We're cheering for 3 points for them, aren't we? We're not even going for a draw. We don't want Napoli to get any points at this point in time. This is a very rare moment. It doesn't come around very often. It definitely doesn't even come around every season. It's something that only comes around every few seasons where the data aligns to the point where you want those guys to get 3 points. And on this very rare match day in 2025, in January, we are looking for that. And that is exactly what I'm thinking. Watch them take their first L of the season just to affect our title charge. It could happen. It could very, very well happen. But they need the points big time, man. They need the points big time for their top four, hopes. Rare moment that you're rooting for them as well, 100%. Empoli take on Bologna. Milan are at home against Parma. That's 3 points for Milan there. Udinese away to Roma. That'll be a good game, actually. We have a tricky trip away to Lecce. Monday, 4 a.m. Get out of here. Lazio, Fiorentina. That's probably the second best game of the match day. And then we've got the relegation head-to-head of Venezia, Verona, and Genoa and Monza. Those two games will be pretty good. Those are 2 6-pointers right there as well. Oh, no, Genoa's increased their gap a little bit. Forget whereabouts they were sitting. But Verona and Venezia, the two sides are predicted to be relegated at the start of the season. Either one of them or both of them drops points. And, yeah, my other picks, I think, were Lecce, possibly Cagliari. I think it was Lecce. I'm pretty sure it was Lecce. Verona, Venezia, and Lecce. Still being said, we go up against them this weekend, and it's not going to be easy. All trips away in Serie A are difficult when they shut up shop. But that's okay. It is what it is. We need to just be the best version of ourselves, like we usually are this season. But a lot of the time we have fallen short. So let's hope for a really good showing. Let's hope for 3 points because we really need it in this match day, because there's a very, very good chance that Napoli can drop a point in this particular match day, because if they don't, well, then that's Atalanta and Juve back-to-back for them. It's looking peak. It's looking absolutely peak. I'm expecting a little bit of rotation against Lecce. Let's see. It's away, though. Lecce is hard to beat at their home, so it won't be easy. Concerning if we don't rotate the starters, they will burn out. It's a good comment. It's a very good comment. Thanks for making it. Monaco is dangerous, especially if we play like today. Definitely. Monaco is definitely dangerous, and we'll look at that fixture a little closer to the date. That's it from me for today, guys. Thanks to the 47 people that still stuck around. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Also, if you want to do me a massive, massive favor, you can also head to Devils Down Under, which is my other channel, and you can watch me whinge about Manchester United. I would really, really appreciate it. I will drop the link in the description below. But thank you very, very much for everyone that came by. And at the end of the day, I will just say one thing. Smile and enjoy the fact that we did get a win today. We really, really needed the points today. And we put ourselves in a very, very good position to qualify for something that's very, very hard to do. There are not many teams in the world that would say that they don't want to swap with us. There are not too many teams in the world that have had a better campaign than us. We've had a better campaign than Arsenal, in my opinion, because we've beaten them. So besides Barcelona and Liverpool, we have had the third best European campaign as of today out of 36 teams. We have had the third best European campaign out of 36 teams. And that's something to appreciate. It really is. So be happy momentarily until Lecce. If we don't beat Lecce, then you don't need to be happy anymore. Okay? Much love. Forza Inter worldwide. Ciao.